Hi everyone, my name is Richard Reynoso and this is my building model project for Architecture 1100. The building model I was assigned was the Chapel of St. Ignatius. This chapel was built from 1996 through 1997. It was built on the Seattle, Washington University campus. The architect behind this structure was Stephen Hull. The design concept he used behind this was, quote, a gathering of different lights. This quote signifies the diverse student body that gathers and attends this university. For my model, I used a combination of foam board, cardstock, cardboard, and different weight paper. You can see the foam board right here. Use actually some colored paper to signify water, and then I also use some different colored paper to signify the different glass on the parts of the roof, which I will go through in a little bit. I would say the most difficult portion of building this model was trying to get all the corners together perfectly. I tried using glue and tape for a lot of them, so I got a lot of different edges on there. Another portion that I had some difficulty with was the curved roofs. Since it wasn't just a flat structure, I had to have different curvatures for all the different roofs. As you can see, they're different sizes, different lengths, different widths. The main focus of my model was the exterior of the chapel. I didn't want to do anything on the inside because I think the main part of this building would be its roofs. The building is described as 7 bottles of light in a stone box. These bottles of lights are all different volumes of the roof. As you can see, right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one would actually be this section right here, which is the reflecting pool on the actual property of the chapel. So for these bottles of light for this chapel, you can see they're facing different directions. So they actually face in all 4 cardinal directions, pulling in light from each one. So for the south direction, the pieces that pull in light from there would be these 3. For the east, actually it's this way, east, you would have this section pulling in light. For the west, you have 2 sections, which would be this big section and this one in the rear. And finally in the north, you have a single section that'd be pulling in light. So the reason behind these roofs pulling in light from all the different directions is to kind of create a different atmosphere inside of the actual chapel at different times of day. In the actual chapel, the glass that they use on these roofs have different parts, and some of them are actually different colors, so that brings something else to it as well. Now, as for the stone box that's referenced for this building, it would actually be the sides and the back, you know, the walls of the structure. So these walls were actually cast on site and hoisted into place when the building was actually put together. It's composed of 21 slabs for the walls. Another reason behind the curvature of the roofs was to amplify the sound without needing anything else to make it more acoustical. So the actual curvature helps the sound travel throughout the building as well. The actual roof was a steel frame system that was used to help put it together. So I just kind of want to take a walkthrough of the roofs. This would actually be the door as well. So again, some of the main points for this would be the 7 bottles of light, which signify the different parts of the roof and including the pool area. The stone box would be the tilt-up wall structure for this building. The primary use of this structure is a chapel on the Seattle University campus. It was constructed by Stephen Hull between 1996 and 1997. And that is my project. Thanks.